So no matter what topic we do a video on, in the comments, there's always people asking about other projects, other things that we've got going on here, status updates. And I got to admit, I'm a little lazy with that because I'm really focused on making new content. So after we put something aside, you know, or it's finished, it's like I have to go and dive onto the next one. So yeah, I'm a little bit lazy, lackadaisical with updates. But I figured let's give you guys a run through real quick and show you, give you a status on everything that's going on here at the shop. And Austin is in his office.
What's up, guys?
Right? Look how snazzy he looks.
I came straight here from my day job. I'm a paralegal, so.
Yeah, and he's doing paralegal. What are you doing?
Oh, that's got, it's got info on it.
So?
Okay.
Well, it's only YouTube. They don't care.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right. So what are you doing with that?
I'm titling the jet.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, then carry on. Aren't you going to work on the jet?
Yeah, I'll probably do some stuff.
All right. People are asking, like, what's going on with the jet?
Well, there's a lot of interior work going on. We got the back firewall built and stuff, but we haven't shown that yet.
All right, hold on, because I'm going to walk around the whole shop and I'll end at the jet.
Okay.
And you can give a quick.
Yeah. I'll meet you there.
Okay. He's watching Cops. Okay. All right. So let's see. So let's start with some of the bikes. So here is our 61. You guys remember this thing? We bought this about 6 months ago. It was intact, but it had been sitting probably for about 40 years. So we went through it all and we got it running, and it runs and rides literally like a brand new bike. It's like a jewel, you know. But it's not the kind of thing you want to use every day. I'm trying to preserve it. So it's just sitting in here in the hallway. It's like a cars and coffee type of thing. So if I ever feel like taking it out to something like that, I will. But other than that, it's just like jewelry, right? It's such a beautiful bike. So that's that. Okay, we come down the hallway here. And let's see. So you guys remember our Buell Blast. We bought this one several months ago also. And it really hasn't made many appearances on this channel. We did the burnout on our New Year's Live, and then I did some shifter work on it. There's a thing we had the dowel pin issue with, but the bike runs fantastic. And actually there's a group of Grom riding squids that are in the neighborhood here, or in the town here, every Friday and Saturday night. So if it doesn't rain, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's going to. So if it doesn't rain, I'm going to go out and find those guys and play around with them tonight with this. It's just the perfect little scooter, right? That's a parts bike. Now, you know, we have a motorcycle channel in the works. So we've been gathering up different bikes for that channel. That's what all of this stuff is. But you know, here's the thing. On this channel, people don't really seem to want to have bike content. So I kind of keep it to a minimum. There's the my 83R Sportster and the Super Cub, and I keep those at the house, and I ride them as often as I can. You know, we're just getting into spring here. It's beautiful. I rode the Super Cub up to Nashville the other night just to put some miles on it. And but yeah, so that's all the motorcycle stuff that's going on. Cars. All right, we've got the Miata. So a lot of people ask about the Miata. So the story with this car is that we built this more or less on a whim. It took us about 3 months, and we did it last summer. So it's a slant six. It's a 170 slant six, and you know, there's a ton of fabrication. We did it pretty quick. Car runs, it drives, it does everything it's supposed to do. It's ready for autocross. But I can't find anybody who wants to take this thing to autocross. I've had like 3 or 4 parties. So over the time that we've had this thing running, say, yeah, I'll take it, I'll do it, we'll go. And nobody wants to move it. So it just sits here waiting for the right set of hands to come along and make it happen. So that's that. Bottle Rocket. This is the car everybody asks about. So we've been playing with this. We've been being all like secret, like, oh, you know, because we have this match race coming up with Casper at the No Name Nationals. So we're racing right now. The $4,000 we're up to. So Andy's working on Casper, and I will be working on this. The reason why we haven't touched this car is because I'm so busy with Slaghammer at the moment. So let's go back. Let's do some history on this car. So This was the first project car that we did for this channel, and this was we started it, well, I guess it's a little over 3 years ago now. So it was on its way to the scrapyard. We picked it out of the scrapyard. It was supposed to be a street racer. The goal with this thing is eventually run a 10-second quarter mile with it using a 318. That's the important part. It's got to be a 318, and it'll get there. It'll get there. We've had issues with it as we go along. But here's why this car basically has the status that it has. When we originally started this project, it was supposed to be team. So I had somebody who was going to take the car and run it every week, and they were going to bring the car back to me, and I was going to fix it, tune it, tweak it, do whatever. And that partnership didn't work out. So that person is gone, and now I'm basically stuck doing everything with the car myself, which is something I never bargained for. But at any rate, there's no secrecy, there's no no voodoo. We're getting the car ready. It's still going to have a 318. The motor's down right now. The reason being is that we're switching over to forged pistons and a steel crank. We had the stock pistons in here, and we had a cast crank. So this thing's being torn apart for that reason, to change the pistons and the crank. And also the transmission. We have to slick shift or do something with the transmission, because second gear is a hit and miss proposition. First gear is perfect, but when you go to hit second, because there's such a difference in gear speed between first and second gear, it doesn't want to go into second. When you go to power shift it, it just balks, and you got to really gorilla this thing to get it in. So it's a hit and miss deal. So that's the other thing we have to do on this. Now, I cannot touch this car. I can't even look. I'm looking at this car right now. I shouldn't have been doing it, because I have to work on Slaghammer. Slaghammer is the thing that has to get all of our attention. Why? Because Slaghammer actually has somebody who wants to go out and run it. Al is committed to this car. He's been working his tail off. I got to tell you something. I've known Al for a long time, but I never worked with him before. In the couple of months now that he's been hanging around here and working on Slaghammer, I'm going to tell you, he is one of the sharpest, hardest working people I know. The guy, nothing but respect from my end. And he took, see, that's the other thing too. You look at a guy like, what's he getting out of this? He's building a car for you, right? I hear that all the time. No, Al took this opportunity and created a channel, and in 2 months got the channel. Not only did he get his 1,000 subs and his 4,000 hours watch time, within 2 months he's going to monetize the channel. He's producing content and getting paid for it, right? How many people can say that they did that? Al can do that, and I mean, hats off to him. It's an amazing feat. Anybody who's ever tried this YouTube game to make money with it knows what that's all about. So he's on his way up. At any rate, that's the story of Bottle Rocket. Plan Z, well, you saw Plan Z. We took it out in the parking lot. We gave it a couple of hole shots. She runs really good. It's just waiting to order the track. The car itself is done. I still got to work on the truck and the trailer. I got to wire the trailer lights up for the truck, and there's a couple of things on the trailer that need attention. Some of the planking is rotted. So that's what's going on with that. And I mean, honestly, it's not on my list of priorities. It'll go out when it goes out. So that's there. So Slaghammer. Oh, God. So cool. We've got it mocked up now. This is getting a grump lump hood. Al, now here's, if you want to follow the updates on this car, Al has been posting them on his channel. All the little things he's doing that. So he's posting the updates on the build of the car. Look at this. Let me close this. Look at the back of this thing. While he's doing updates on the car, I'm doing updates on the motor. So she's all ready to go. And the Jet, Austin.
Yep. There has been some progress.
What's going on with this car? So, people want to know what happened to the Jet guys.
Oh, we all died. But the interior is coming together. The cage is in. It's been welded up. We patched up the floor on the passenger side, and it looks like Utah now. Okay. And
well, it got bad light in there.
Yeah, John and I have been coming out. We built this firewall out of stainless steel. That just sheets that he got for free. And we're like, well, we need a firewall, so
it is the heaviest firewall, and you guys spent a ton of time on this.
Yeah, because it's contoured, so it fits perfectly between the wheels, and it fits over the hump just fine. We just got to put in some new rivets in the back.
And you remember, they don't have any special tools to do this stuff. There's no brake or anything like that. You know, they're doing this by hand. They're cutting it. You know, whizzer wheels and.
Oh yeah, it took hours.
Yeah, so it's taken time. It's a lot of work. This is their first attempt at building a car. You know, and listen, they're doing what they can. I just took my prop rod back. They keep stealing my prop rod, so now they got their own. There you go. You like that? Take that to the track with you.
And I have figured out the shifter rod situation as well.
Okay.
I just got to get threaded rod.
All right. So when you got started on this, you were like, "We'll have it running by Christmas." And then Christmas came around, and you said, "We'll have it running for when the track's open in April."
Yeah.
And it's middle of April now.
You know, it takes a little bit more time than I thought.
A little bit, right?
A little bit more time.
Was I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The devil's in all of the details.
But she's getting there.
She is getting there. So I'm hoping. I've been shaming these guys into making this thing roll, because look how nice slab.
I know. I'm very jealous.
Yeah. Right. So we've been shaming them into getting this thing to be a roller. So evidently they've promised me that this thing's going to roll outside and be looking relatively complete by the time this weekend is over.
At least just to pressure wash it.
Okay, at least just to pressure wash it. But yeah, bear with them, guys. They're paying for all of the stuff that's in this car out of their own pocket.
Yeah, I pay full price.
Yeah, and seriously, it's costing them. So here's how this is working. Here's how this is working with this car. They come to, okay, so I gave them the car, and they've got the spot to work on it and whatever resources that we have. And they come to me for guidance or assistance when they need it. I don't butt in. I don't tell them what to do. I don't tell them what to buy. I don't tell them how to go about things. They're figuring it out on their own, and then I'm here in case they need an opinion breaker, or how do you do this, or how can I get in there? So I'm like acting as an advisor, and they're running the show. So that's the relationship that we have with this. And for the record, it is their car. It's not our car. It doesn't belong to Slaghammer. It belongs to us. But this car actually belongs to these guys. They can do whatever they want with it. It's theirs forever. The only contingency was it was given to them, so they can't sell it. They can give it away, or they can keep it forever, but they can't sell it.
We're going to keep it till we die.
I hope so.
It's a treasure.
It is a treasure, right? You've come to love this thing.
Oh yeah, I spend nights up looking for parts for this thing.
A lot of times I'll be here late. It'll be like 8, 9 o'clock, and these guys just roll in and start working on the car. Not that they ever really get much done.
We're doing our best.
All right. So that's the update on those cars. What else? So there are questions too, and they're like, people are like, why don't you take these cars out? Why don't you go run these cars? Don't you? Because that's not the intent of the channel. The intent of the channel is technical, education, entertainment, historical stuff, right? Not so much like going out and showing off, oh, look what I can do, look what I can do. I try to get other people to do that. Like, I want to give other people the opportunity to take this stuff and go burn rubber with it. I burned all the rubber I needed to burn through the course of my life. And the shop and doing this stuff is my happy zone. It's also my job. So, like, what do you do? Are you an engineer? Do you work for Amazon? Are you a house painter? What's your job? My job is I make these videos. And I don't make money selling cars. I don't make money building cars. I make money making videos. And the project cars, when we do a project car, what the project car represents to me, the reason why we do project cars, is because each phase of the project car offers new content or a different spin on older content. So it's always, like for instance, the 383 for Slaghammer over here. This is a fountain of content. It's just a never-ending fountain of content. So you say, well, what good is that? How do you make money with that? Or off of this. So I'm going to give you an example. So we did the video on painting the block. You remember that video? We did that about a little over a month ago, about a month and a half ago, right? So I was just looking at this literally before I started filming this. So I want to show you something. Now, it's not cool to tell people how much you make. What do you make a year? I'm not going to tell you what I make a year. That's for me to know. But to say, well, what do you make on a job? So you could go to a mechanic and say, well, what do you charge for a brake job, right? And they'll tell you, we make $200 off the paint job, whatever it happens to be. So to me, it's the same thing to say, well, what did you make off of doing a specific type of video? So painting that block, we painted the block, right? And here, so here's the page. This is the analytics for this video, a happy little engine. Okay, so that's how much this video has made us so far. Okay, and this was put out over a month ago, and it's had 510 views over the last 48 hours. So now the thing about this, now bigger channels are able to do very well by putting out a video a month, and they'll get 750,000, a million views, a million a quarter. We get the same ballpark number of views, but we have to do it over, let's say, 20 videos instead of one video. So that's why the assembly line keeps going. We got to put out the content every day of some sort to make enough money to support the shop and pay all the bills and eat in a manner that I've become accustomed to. So, but that's why we do projects. We do projects because every aspect of the project car offers the opportunity for new content, and new content offers the opportunity for a big video. So it's like the Pareto Principle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Pareto Principle, but that's it. 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your work. So basically, if you're in the YouTube game, it means that you'll put out 8 videos that'll just get you from day to day, and then 2 of those 10, 2 out of the 10 are going to be where you're going to actually make your money off of. So that's how that works. We put out a video every day or every other day. On the days we don't put out videos, we do lives. But 7 days a week, there's something coming from this shop or something coming from UTG, and that's how the bills get paid. And it's my job, and I don't think of it as anything but a job. You're a butcher, you work at Kroger or whatever it is, and I work at YouTube. It's really that simple. So that's the update on everything. And so I picked up these tires. There's another thing too. You guys got to know about this channel. We don't take any freebies. Don't even offer them to us. We don't take freebies. We don't want freebies. We needed back tires for Slaghammer to go to. Al was going to take it on Power Tour, so we needed some streetable back tires. So we bought these things. I went to Chattanooga yesterday and picked them up over at Coker Tire. And Tommy was like, well, for promotions, we can give you the tires. And I'm like, don't give me the tires. I don't want the, I'll pay for the tires. Bill me for the tires. I'll bring cash. I'll pay for the tires, no problem. So now it's not that I don't want to mention Coker. I am going to plug Coker anyway. Yes, we paid cash for these things. We paid a lot of money for them, actually, right? But Coker is a fantastic business. I love what they do. I love what they're about. They do a quality product, So there's the plug for Kroger. There's the plug for Coker, and completely unencumbered, right? Unsolicited. Thank you for the, they gave me like a wholesaler kind of deal, right? So, but thank you for a good product. So that's it, guys.
There's a new shirt.
Where's the new shirt? Oh, the Shock and Austin shirt.
Yeah, the new shirt.
We didn't mention that before?
No.
Oh, geez. So, guys, if you go to the store, right, we have a new shirt out. It's Shock and Austin. Austin here representing the next phase of human evolution, and you can proudly wear him on your own body. Go to our store.
I'm going to wear my own shirt.
Yes, we make money off of merch. Yes. All right. So that's it, guys. I hope you had fun. I know you didn't get anything out of that, but I hope you had fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Say see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.